Taci mai din gură. Ai jucat mai mult ca mine, Dark Souls, mânca
Nu
mie
am
curul.
jucat mai mult decât
Care ai
tine.
jucat, mă? Că eu am jucat Dark Souls Remaster, mânca mie curul.
Pe până am jucat și eu.
Dă-mi link de la canal dacă vrei să mă uiți.
Stai, ce să faci cu de ăștia, un bulangici de ăștia e clasa 12.
Ce bulangi de clasă de ce?
Mi-am primit vreo scrisoare, ceva de adio.
There you are again. I never thought the two of us would...
I feel like I spent 3 weeks lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. You must become their... His last door...
Dragon? Where's this army now? What?
They call...
I'll be on my way.
Good. Since I have gone in...
Hey, you! Can you tell me anything about this stone tablet?
First, I suspected it might be a magical artifact, but I finally I have not been able to decode the meaning of this tablet entirely. But it seems to concern the history of a very old culture. If you want the tablet, it's yours. I have no use for it.
Is that you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master,
And you? What about you?
it was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of... At that moment...
Did you see anything else?
No. I took...
I'm on my way to Corinus. What do you know about the town?
Corinus? Well, it's a seaport. Nothing special. Why do you ask?
I must go and see the paladins who are said to be in town.
Really? They won't even...
Do you have any suggestions how I could get into town?
I certainly do. I worked for an old alchemist named Constantino some time ago. He has great influence in the city, and he's instructed the... So it's quite... But don't...
How long have you been hiding?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and when I looked at...
You mean
Zardas?
Don't worry. You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
I shouldn't say in the thick of it. Not yet.
Well, good. For the moment, I think you've got big plans.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
One less monster around.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you. You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
Ah, I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
Back to the Valley of Mines.
Really? I wish I could follow you, but I have to finish my duties here first. When you're in the Valley of Mines, could you please look around and see if my old hut is still standing? I'd like to return there one day.
Interesting armor you're wearing. Don't you belong to the Shadows anymore?
Shadows? They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally... Now I work for the water...
What are you doing here?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damned bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the water mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the water mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The water mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the water mages?
They're up to something.
An unknown region?
I can't...
Hey, where do you come from? Is that the old...
Nothing to be had there.
Hey, where do you...
I've come from the mountains.
Exactly, you come from the... Very bad. They're looking for you, a whole bunch of evil guys. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to. Follow me.
Who's looking for me?
Half of Corinus is after you, and you're trying to tell me that you don't know anything about it? Ah, I see. So, you coming or not?
Who should I talk to?
To my leader. His name is Brago. He can explain everything to you. So, what about it?
How do I know this isn't a trap?
You know, I'm getting tired of you. If you don't want you come with me now or...
Easy, my friend. Someone else already tried to trick me.
Oh?
This guy suggested that we should get an amulet together and share the profit. Once we reached our goal, he and his friends...
It sounds as though they got you involved with the...
I was a convict and...
You come from behind the barrier? Man, then we were there together.
I don't know you.
I was a digger in the old camp. I didn't have much to do with the whole thing. But what is more important, someone has put a pretty price on your head, and he's handed out a few... If I were you, then I would be very, very careful. But I think we boys from the penal...
Then I guess I better thank you now.
Oh, it's nothing.
Who's the fella?
That I don't know. There's only one...
And who would that be?
Hey, man, I can't really...
10 gold pieces for the name of the guy who raised.
Oh man,
Spit it out.
Oh man, all right. His name is Dex. There's a watchtower.
See, that wasn't so.
And just don't tell him who.
Can-
Sure. After.
Is
You mean about the air? The farther you go. I wouldn't go.
What was that about?
Have you slept through the last few?
Huh?
I'm talking about.
You.
Yeah, but. Maybe. Well, So, pay attention. The fellow's there. Let me know when you're. Those swine. I can give you a wolf knife.
You call that an. But what about.
I still have 2.
Sure. There's bound to be a lot of trouble here.
What's up?
A guy named Cav.
Rats, he's still up.
Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
You shouldn't have come here.
You deserve that, lowlife. Sure, you know that. You can't remember it. So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time already.
What sort of.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about me?
Why not? Then I'll have a bit more time. One of the bandits must take it to Vatras. Tell him that I wasn't able to get it, and if he asks where I am. Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit.
Nothing to be had there. Wait a minute. I want to.
Sure.
Nothing there.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here. We would have taken you for an escaped You look completely... What do you want here?
I was attacked by
Those filthy rabble. You had terrific luck.
those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, and you have...
And that...
Well, but...
I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, otherwise, go to him and... Well, on the farm, of course. And...
One less monster around.
Why are you hanging around on whose side are you?
I'm...
For the king? That's what the city guard said when they took half. But where are those bastards when we have to keep the bandits off our backs? Where will they be? I'll tell you. So,
What's going on?
don't you know what's going on? Up to since so,
Tell me.
oh, they and it, I'm too close to, but I'm glad about that. The king is bleeding us. That's why most of the other farmers are still undecided. But soon. I can't use. Well, what I mean is, you can let. I could pay the thing by the. Anyway.
No.
Then hurry it up.
Here are your...
Hey, you're taking to my.
What about...
I can get. Or.
Make me a...
Good.
Have you...
I don't.
Who do we have here? You're on your way to this.
Maybe. What? What?
Listen, just do. Here, one more thing. As a
Show me your wares.
take your pick.
I've got to go.
Suit your.
And how goes the work?
Same as always. Lot of kings.
Can I?
If you fetch.
Here's your wine.
I'd better not ask where you got. Thanks. Low bar.
One less monster around.
I could have sworn I saw an orc over there on the edge of the woods. Since then.
Hey, you! I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to... Since you're here anyway, I think...
Give me...
Are you saying I...
Here's your frying...
Fine,
Can you...
Here.
I need some...
I can give you clean farm. Can you pay for them?
How much for the work?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Vino says you were a real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold with day laborers. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. The bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 40 gold pieces.
Give me the work clothes then.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else without asking.
Hey!
Yeah, so I had to find out the hard way that I had... Yeah?
They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmer's clothes.
That's just what I need. Nobody will bother me. Excellent. You did.
What? 50 measly?
Gold isn't everything, my... I have the feeling that... And who knows? Maybe I'll...
Nothing there.
Halt, stranger. I didn't see you come through this gate.
And?
And the guards on the other gate have...
Well...
I shall have to have a word, but now for...
I agree with you completely.
Later.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Listen.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
The town...
Not what I heard.
I already thought as much.
I never knew that.
You'll have...
I've got my own opinion about that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Where?
We can only
Where-
wait and see.
I've got...
I'm no better off myself.
It was just like you said.
It's bad business.
I get so worked up. So why won't they listen to me?
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Hello, stranger.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Me?
I've
Work
heard a
your-
thing or two.
What about...
The merchants and master. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with respect.
That doesn't surprise me.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he
Listen to
pays.
the wrong people.
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore.
Listen to the wrong
And what we
people.
get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
Touching that.
I'd have gone about it differently.
But he knew that all along.
I'm not telling you anything new.
What can
I don't know why I get so worked up.
the la-
Do you really
What
believe
do
that?
I knew that would be a problem.
But it seems to be the but how quite simple. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
The paladins...
Everything they 100 gold.
Never asked for my opinion.
It's a bad business.
You sure?
Take it easy.
But...
In principle, it's my gritter, but I get
He never would have thought of that himself.
Where can...
like I
Help me sign...
one thing at a time. For
Is it really true?
Where could I sign up?
basically, with any that would be how one of them is bad, but it's
I'd have gone
How do I get the...
you just have. But if more,
I've heard a thing or two.
What?
I would. I just
That doesn't surprise me.
Is there...
perhaps.
Obvious.
That doesn't surprise me.
You didn't get that from me.
Hey, you're...
Me anymore.
What can you tell me?
One of the paladins has taken... He's trying to mobilize half the... But you need to be a citizen, as far as I know.
What I heard.
What...
He is... the more
I'm not touching that.
with, you could stay...
But he knew that all along.
Do you really believe that?
Hey, you...
Ah, fresh face. You're not from... What?
That's really not my
I've...
My niece?
That was obvious.
What if I want to...
All right. But you had better get yourself the blessing of... Say,
I'd have gone about it.
Yes.
then go to Vatras, the priest. He will tell you where you can find a priest. Once you've received...
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
So,
What good? I make my up.
Can you teach?
I don't. For all I know, you might be one of those. I'm not gonna teach you anything before I'm con. Well, all right.
Have you? Hey.
I could use a new. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for it?
If you mean...
No, that's sooner or later. The orcs are going to... And I won't take on anyone. Those are big words.
What do you get?
Bring me an orc.
Put away that weapon.
Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power from the human.
Hey. Your niece had 100...
What? The brazen little... Give it back to me!
No, Mateo will get his...
You're getting me into a real mess that way, but at least you're planning to pay my niece's debt. From what I know of this little viper, I shall see to...
Get that from me. That's been known a long time. I knew that would be a problem. It's a bad business.
Help me sign on as...
One thing at a time.
Hardly know who to believe these days.
Help me sign on as...
One thing at a time.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
What do you want, My name...
Mateo sent me.
He wants his money? What for?
That order and chaos were now unequal.
Cut it out.
But I don't have...
To take his divine power from the human.
Then...
How dare you?
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now will you please...
His wisdom did so.
That's been known a long time.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she...
None...
Good.
I'm no better off myself. It's a bad business.
You're...
I'm not telling you anything new.
How...
There's nothing you can do about it.
Go away, don't tell me that. Honestly, I witnessed he simply talks too much.
I used to say that myself.
He'd better shut up.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here? Did you swim here? That's one way to get past the guards at the city gate.
Really? How
I
interesting.
never knew that.
Hey, Laris, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
Exactly what I said.
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Nobody ever asks me.
Really?
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of... He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys...
If I hadn't seen it with my own
I must talk to the paladins by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a power.
And you think they'll get...
I'll find a way.
Sure. If you...
He should have known better.
Do you know why the paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
If I hadn't seen it with my own
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
That's what I've always said.
That was obvious all along.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the...
He should have known better.
It's... But...
Do you really believe that?
Tell me more.
That's not what I heard.
That's exactly what I said.
Can you teach me?
Sure. I can...
Go away, don't
Teach me something.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Go away.
You've already gotten more dexterous.
Someone's gonna do the work.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people, or someone else takes over my duties.
That was obvious all along.
Go away, don't tell me that.
He should have known better.
That's not what my husband
He
thinks.
never would have thought of that himself.
You don't say.
I could have told him that before.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Hey.
Myself.
Okay.
I cannot leave here until we...
Everybody knows by
He
now.
never would have thought of that himself.
I don't believe that.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
These are bad times.
I'd have gone about it differently.
He'd better shut up.
That's nothing new.
That's what I've always said.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Things I can tell.
He simply talks too much.
That's not what I heard.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
That's not
Hey,
what
you!
I heard.
Where you going? No matter what your plans are, they'll and
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything. You don't say.
He can't keep anything to himself. That's not what my husband thinks.
I don't believe that.
You don't say. He simply talks too much.
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's no secret.
He simply talks too much. Get even worse. I don't believe that.
You don't say. And he works all day, too.
And it's going to get even worse.
Now
You
that's
should really have known better.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Tell me that isn't true.
Someone's got to do the work.
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras. What can I do
Here.
for me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, You wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
A large army is gathering as we
drag.
I'm a former What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you? But Lord Hay...
Yes, he will, no doubt about the ring. We shall assist you. You should talk about this.
What community?
There are only 3 communities. These are the city, the Laris.
I shall... About those...
Yes?
Where should I start?
Most of those...
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you...
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the
Go with the... Wait. If you see Laris, give him this ornament. Saw that this way.
Can I get a drink?
If you have... No light and no dark.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter and the Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day. Townspeople all pretty much... Korennis is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals. Yeah.
Show me your where. And how's business going?
Ah, don't remind me. Hardly anybody comes here now, except...
What's wrong with...
Some of those swells could take that Valentine. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin what little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those I went to see the militia back.
What is it?
He's filthy rich. Whether you want to hit, he drinks a lot. It's the...
What do I...
Well, you need to... But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
You don't say. Everybody knows by now.
What can I do?
He'd better show
Do you
what he knows by now.
That's
I've
not
come
what
to-
I-
That's
not what my
good.
husband does.
That,
Actually...
but my son.
It's an open
How
secret.
else?
Don't tell this to anyone. He works all day, too.
I won't tell her a thing. That's
from now on.
terrible.
Don't tell this to anyone. He works all day, too.
These are bad times. And he works all day, too.
That's not what my husband thinks. It's gonna get even worse.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. Said.
These are bad times. He simply talks too
I...
much.
Well,
You don't say. Everybody knows.
So,
Well, that. Huh. You're a poor soul.
Better shut up. That's what I've always said.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Better shut up. Everybody knows by now. He can't keep anything to himself.
He can't keep anything. Who says things like that?
Someone's got to do the work. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Everybody knows by now.
He simply talks too much. Everybody knows
I want.
That's not what I
I bless you in the name of Innos, for he is light.
And he works all day. Who says things like that?
Tell me more.
We are all.
Don't tell her. That's an open secret.
I come.
That's an open secret.
That's not what I heard. Don't tell me that.
How's business?
When the paladins came, I more.
Myself.
What's the problem?
They were now that they asked all day too.
Where will.
If you go,
That's terrible. Now that's typical, isn't it?
And he works all day. That's not what I heard.
Everybody knows by now. You don't say.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the travel, but I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping your. Just a moment. You won't be the first.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Somebody stole. I can't prove it. He's been hanging around, and every evening I only looked.
He can't keep anything to himself. Believe that.
I could get your. Oh, and why?
Really, how interesting.
I want part of. First, see if you can get my purse back.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Why didn't you call the city guard? The guards only respond, and when I know. How 50 gold? Oh, be careful. Lately, so I shall.
I don't believe that.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Don't tell this to anyone.
You
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I don't believe that.
I've got to go. Suit your.
Who says things like that?
That's an open secret.
Gotcha. You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you. So I've come to. You had better have.
Here's the.
I should turn.
What else do you want?
I'll see.
Oh, I don't want any more. Hey, be careful though.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Martial law is...
Innos be. I've. Good. It's not my. Is good. Read the but. I get you need. What you what let it but just I've Rengaru stole from the merchant Jorah. He tried. Good. My men have already picked him up. He won't be Here is your money.
By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.
Băi, aveam